What is going on, everybody? In today's video, we are going to be discussing the fact that there was a new hedge fund and there was a new institution that announced a short position on AMC stock. And this institution is called Iceberg Research, or this fund, whatever you want to call it. And this title says AMC shares fall after short disclosed by Iceberg Research. And in this video, we are going to be talking about the massive market manipulation that is so evident in these stocks, especially GameStop and AMC. But in this video, it's obviously going to be more discussed about AMC because a lot of you guys are invested in that stock. Also was the 4th of July weekend. We were heading into a holiday weekend, and as we all saw, AMC did go down just a little bit, but some people may consider it a lot. In this video, I'm going to be talking about what caused the drop on AMC stock that actually resulted in around a 12% drop in one day. So again, volatility. So despite recent dips, the theater chain stock is still up more than 2,500% year to date. This is absolutely correct, and that is also why I say that it was just a slight drop in my opinion, but others may consider it a lot. Okay, so AMC shares closed down 4% on Friday after short seller Iceberg Research tweeted that it had made a bearish bet against the theater chain's operator stock. This so-called meme stock closed at $51 after falling almost 12% to $47.77 in the morning, trading after Iceberg's tweet that it had sold the shares short. So it was almost at $52, then going all the way to $47.77 right after this new fund decided to tweet about a new short position in AMC stock. This is market manipulation because this article also states that borrowing shares with a view to buying them back at a lower price to cover the bet. This is not really what I'm talking about, but basically what this line is saying is that when you initiate a short position, when you go to your broker, the first thing you do is you click the sell button. You do not click buy. You know, when you usually buy a share because you are bullish on it, you think that you are going to make money because it increases in share price. What this hedge fund ended up doing was they first clicked the sell button. And in order to stop their position, in order to make money, the stock needs to go down, and then they need to click the buy button second. Okay, the buy button is the second thing they do, and that is how they close their position. It is done. And so our position is based on the fundamentals of the company and the fact that its stock price has been inflated by call options, which is always temporary. Now, this is very controversial, guys, because as you all know, in my videos, I have been talking about call options constantly. And what I actually like about this article is the fact that the author or the person talking, which is from Iceberg, he actually states that call options do affect the price of a stock. And he actually says that call options have been inflating the stock. And as we all know, a lot of people right now do not have a lot of conviction in call options, which in my channel, I've been saying that these call options really do work. And it's just a matter of time before we see them work. And again, this author also stated that call options do work, right? Even though this author is short on the stock, he also believes that call options have a massive effect and massive influence on the price of a stock. So again, guys, call options do affect the price, but this author states that he thinks that it has just gone too far and that it will be a matter of time before these options do not work. And I'm going to be stating my opinions near the end of the video, so make sure you guys stay tuned for that. And this article also states that bearish investors are forced to unwind their bets in the face of a rapidly rising stock price have helped fuel rallies in AMC this year. And so I agree with this paragraph the most out of this entire article, because what has happened to a lot of hedge funds is because they have these short bets against a lot of stocks, they talk about AMC, GameStop, and other companies. What actually ends up happening is these hedge funds and their short positions actually get squeezed out. And a squeeze cannot happen unless there are short interests, unless there are people that are trying to short the stock. So in my opinion, guys, what we saw on Friday, I was actually happy to see AMC stock drop. Now, of course, I wasn't happy because a lot of money was lost. However, you do not lose money unless you close the position. So just remember that, guys. I was actually happy because you know what that means, guys? When we see the price of a stock drop that much, first of all, that is not normal. Okay, that is not normal. That was obviously because there was a lot of hedge funds, and not even that, it was actually because of the news that someone in another hedge fund was actually short on a stock, right? They have another investor or another hedge fund that is completely short on a stock. What do you guys think is going to happen to a stock price? Obviously, it is going to go down. And when the price of AMC stock went down, guys, that is when this hedge fund called Iceberg Research, that is when they made a lot of money. And you know what they did? I'm already guessing, and remember, this is just my prediction. I'm not a financial advisor. I think that Iceberg Research already closed their position because they know that they got a 12% move, and 12%, you multiply 12% by how many shares they have, probably millions against AMC stock, they probably made a lot of money. And the reason why I think that also is because AMC stock is already starting to go up. And I'm going to be talking about the chart on AMC in a later video. Right now, I really want to discuss about the news surrounding AMC stock because right now this is causing a lot of fear for AMC investors. And just to let you guys know, I did increase my AMC position. So if you guys do not know how many shares I had, make sure you guys watch my previous video because in the beginning of that video, I talked about how many shares I had of AMC stock. But I did increase my AMC position. And when AMC stock went below the $51 level, I even added more to my position just because it did not make sense. But after I realized that there was a new hedge fund shorting the stock, I realized that there was no way that this stock was going to be low forever, right? It was not going to be a permanent movement. In fact, the price action was probably going to go up later, and that is exactly what happened. But anyways, I'm going to talk about that in a later video. So right now, just the news about AMC. So AMC shares, while well below their June 2nd peak, we're still up more than 2,500%. Okay, we already know that. And so this article also says that yes, while there are still risks associated with betting against meme stocks, any sharp rise is followed by a correction. This is inevitable. I only agree with part of a sentence. I agree with the fact that there are risks betting against a meme stock. We have seen this time and time again. We saw it with GameStop, we saw it with AMC, we saw it with BlackBerry, Nokia, all these stocks. I disagree with this part. Any sharp rise is followed by a correction. This is inevitable. On this channel, I've been talking about inevitability. However, I've been talking about inevitability to go to the upside, not the downside. And so this article is saying that it is inevitable for AMC to go to the downside. However, I disagree. I think that because of the technical indicator that we have on AMC stock right now, I think that it is rather inevitable that we go to the upside because AMC stock has been consolidating for such a long time. But again, I'm going to talk about that in a later video, not in this video, just because right now we must talk about the news. And so the reason why a lot of people were even fearful about this short report on AMC stock was because Iceberg, right? Iceberg is just another hedge fund and it is just another institution. But why were people so fearful? And why did, just because one institution decide that they were going to go and bet against the stock, why did that cause so much fear? Well, this is why Iceberg even became popular in the first place, okay? This is why Iceberg is even well known. So Iceberg gained attention in 2015 for highlighting what is called aggressive accounting practices at Hong Kong-based Noble Group. Commodities trader Noble denied the allegations, but subsequently saw its profit collapse. And honestly, what's kind of comical about a lot of these people, investors, and institutions is that sometimes their reputation will last for a very long time. For example, I'm sure we all know who Michael Burry is, okay? He is a person that in the 2008, he predicted that there was going to be a crash, right, in a lot of assets. And that is exactly what happened. And because of that, he now has a very high reputation, right? Because he was accurate before, and he's probably going to be accurate for what happens in the future, whether it is about stocks, real estate, or any other monetary value. And Michael Burry also recently made a short position on Tesla, and he did not disclose how long he was going to be holding the Tesla short position, and no one really knows if he closed a short position or not. And I know I'm going off topic for just a bit, but it does relate to the fact that just because someone was right back then does not mean that they will always be right now. Michael Burry is also stating that there will be a major crash in the stock market, and right now we have not had any crash. Don't get me wrong, we could definitely have a crash in the future in the stock market, but the whole point of what I'm trying to say is just because someone was right back then does not mean that they will be 100% right in the future or in the present. So Iceberg Research may have been right back then, however, no one knows if they will be right now in the present, okay, or even in the future. And so we all know this. I also discussed this in one of my previous videos, basically of the mathematical and the algorithmic operators of AMC stock, and I was talking about the derivatives, the financial derivatives that give buyers the right to buy or sell shares at a fixed price in the future, depending on where the stock price is. As the share price skyrocketed, market makers who sold AMC options were forced to buy the company's shares to offset their exposure, driving the stock higher in a phenomenon known as a gamma squeeze. And I also talked about gamma squeeze a lot on this channel. And will we have a gamma squeeze in the future, guys? This just allowed a higher amount of short positions in this stock, and we will see, in my opinion again, because I'm not a financial advisor, that AMC stock will be fine, and in just a few days or even just a few weeks, we will not even remember Iceberg Research and the fact that they announced a bet against AMC stock. And so ultimately, I want to end off with something that this article also states. This is not what I'm stating, but it's just funny to see what these people have to say. So these meme stocks are so volatile in their trading, it doesn't take much to move the stock up or down. And so this analyst is also rating AMC with a sell with a $1 price target. Well, guys, as you all know, my price target is much higher than $1 a share, and everyone has their own opinions about this stock. But it's just very interesting to see how other people are rating AMC stock with a $1 price target. But as we all know, AMC at this point is not based on fundamental analysis whatsoever. This is no more of a fundamental stock. This is rather a movement stock. The reason why this stock is up so much is because of the movement, not because of any fundamental reason. And with that being said, guys, thanks again for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel because I'm also going to be talking about more news all throughout this weekend about AMC stock. And yes, we are going to talk about the technical analysis for AMC stock in the future videos. So again, thanks again for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video.